Welcome to a short flight from Ridgeland, South Carolina to Savannah via Hilton Head and Tybee Islands. Just fired up here at Ridgeland and going to taxi out for takeoff. Today we're flying a 1959 Comanche PA-24 250. Departing runway 18 at Ridgeland. Switching to the forward camera now as we climb out and head to the southeast towards Hilton Head. We're actually quite close to Beaufort, South Carolina, and Piper Island, the famous Marine Corps training base. That's actually Piper Island up on the horizon to the left, and starting to see Hilton Head on the horizon in the middle and to the right. Coastal South Carolina and Georgia are just really pretty places with lots of estuaries, rivers, swamps, and marshland. Now we've jumped ahead. Hilton Head over on the left, the entrance to Broad Creek. On the top left, that's a big creek that sort of flows north and east on Hilton Head and towards the airport, which is on the north side. We're southbound here. The Hilton Head Lighthouse is going to be up ahead on the left. Already seeing Tybee Island, Georgia in the far distance across the entrance to the Savannah River. Here's another view looking up Broad Creek to the northeast as we fly by. The airport at Hilton Head's about under the tail in the far distance right now. We're staying clear of their Class D airspace. Up more on the south end of Hilton Head Island now. We're flying, this is the back to the forward camera looking south. This is the east end of Daufuskie Island, only reachable by boat. Actually an island in Georgia. Up ahead is the entrance to the Savannah River with Tybee Island ahead and left. Switching to the cockpit view as we approach, continue southbound towards Fort Pulaski. Very historic fort. It was built by, defended by the Confederates, but fell quickly to the Union in the Civil War. It's now a national monument, a very nice place to visit. Here we get a good view of the fort from overhead. Robert E. Lee actually helped supervise the construction in his early career. Quite extensive fortifications with a moat and other design features. Had to actually do quite a bit of engineering on the island to maintain the drainage. Now we're crossing over the main road into Tybee. Tybee Island itself was fortified over the years, up and through World War I and World War II. Naval batteries and other structures are still on the island and visitable. We're coming up on the South Channel entrance out to the Atlantic Ocean, making sort of a sweeping left turn here now to turn north along the beach. south side of Tybee with their fishing pier. A lot of hotels and restaurants right there in that area. On the north end is the lighthouse, the Tybee Island Science Center, which is definitely worth a visit. They just opened a new right whale exhibit. And they have very panoramic views of the Savannah River and the Atlantic right at the center. The center is the large building right on the left. Now the lighthouse is passing under us just below the fuselage. Remains of Fort Severn, some of the naval fortifications between the lighthouse and the Science Center and the beach. Switching back to the forward view, we're now lining up with the Savannah River. There's a north channel and a south channel. The north channel is the primary large ship channel now. Just to the left is a small old lighthouse that used to mark the south channel. And again, coming by Fort Pulaski again from a different direction. Starting to see some of the infrastructure, Savannah off in the distance, some oil tanks for some of the shipping. The whole island with the fort has nature trails. Could easily spend a long day there exploring, lots of wildlife. Also the site of the local Coast Guard station, which is coming into view now. There are a few more fortifications along the river between Tybee and Savannah. I didn't have a chance to fly over those. They were landing north at Savannah, so right about here I got in contact with approach control, their Class C airspace, and got routed more to the southwest to pass behind the historic downtown for right traffic to land north. Savannah Airport now on the upper right of the frame as I pass just south of downtown. See the major port facilities. So actually this is downtown on the right on the river before the big bridge. Following sort of a train track here to the west as I set up for a base to final. Gear coming down. Here are turning final. Savannah is home to Gulfstream, so all your Gulfstream business jets are built here. Also an International Guard base with tankers, so very busy place. Two FBOs, Signature Flight Support, and Sheltair. We used Sheltair for this trip and had wonderful service. Is very busy. Recommend use live ATC to listen a little bit, get a sense of both tower and approach before your visit. But again, friendly, had no real problems. Just need to be proficient on the radios. Great service by the Sheltair crew. Had my rental car to me within a few minutes of shutdown. Serviced and on my way. Hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe.